I actually will be talking a bit about Politics Reborn, which is a little bit more on the very much the grassroots side of an organization that's looking to use some of the tech that a lot of the other organizations you'll hear from are developing. So to just talk a little bit about it. Okay. I'm just going to review quickly the mission and talk a little bit about where we are at right now, and then cover some of the tech needs that we have. The mission is, Politics Reborn is very much focused on, I want to even say hyper-local. So we're talking about the party, the county committee, the school board aspect of it. And part of it is that we're taking a page out of what we've actually seen the GOP had done successfully before, and what the Tea Party folks did, where they built up their power from a very local base. And that's part of what we really want people to re-engage and to be involved in their communities. And what we're looking to do is support those efforts. Some of what we've done so far, and as a lot of the folks who came together are in Queens, and this is where we're starting, in New York, we actually have to do petitions to get on the ballot, even for a party primary position or vote. So we have 7 county committee members that are candidates, and we have 6 district leader candidates that are out there. We've actually worked on developing flyers for them and put them out in, we actually have folks who are out street canvassing with some of the actual candidates. Something else that we've been doing is we actually have somebody who's really been great about monitoring. In New York, one of the interesting elements is that the Democratic Party, as an example, really controls things, and they will change decisions or the way that they run a primary midstream. So we actually have somebody actively monitoring what's happening with that. And then we also have voter registration ongoing, because though we have primaries and things happening now, there's still an opportunity for people to register and actually take part in our November elections. Thanks to one of the members of Progressive Coders, Latin Chan, who's on here with us today from Brooklyn. In Brooklyn, he's from Queens. We actually have a brand new website that's out there. We will be starting our first high school club shortly. And what's amazing, Max Curant, who's actually pictured here with one of the district leader candidates, Anthony Rivers, is starting that high school club. And he was really, when I sat down with him about what he wanted to do with the club, he was very clear that he wanted the members of the club to be able to do things that they consider important work. And one of the things that we discussed is, as high school students, there's a lot of sort of information gathering that they're able to do without necessarily ruffling the feathers or putting the establishment kind of on alert that people are trying to get organized, kind of thing. So it's one of the things that they actually are looking to inaugurate, kind of a detectives group that goes out and actively seeks information. For though I know in other states you might be able to have this info all via online, in New York it's not there, especially when it comes to the parties. We do have the opportunity, we will be expanding into California. We actually have somebody that I worked with when I was out in the Central Valley who's going to be starting up a chapter out in California. And part of what they're looking to do is collect information, again, on the very local level. You can a lot of times find things even down to like the city level, but it's harder to get to that community election district type level in a lot of places. Some of the other things that we're doing just to have an opportunity for people to meet and to talk and to get involved. And part of it is just getting to meet other people who are interested. So we have a book club that we're doing that's going to happen next week, discussing Rules for Radicals by Saul Alinsky. The following week, we're looking at doing a movie screening. And then we're also looking to capture the stories of different people in terms of what their experience has been in working to be involved at the local level. In terms of tech needs, I want to highlight here that a lot of the things that I have listed are elements that I happen to know that different parts of the Progressive Coders Network are working on, but I did want to put them out there because it's some of the stuff that we're definitely looking forward to utilizing. So one of them is being able to have a really simple website for a candidate that we're talking, a lot of the local positions are volunteer. There's no pay here. There's not a whole lot of fundraising going on. So being able to have a website that they can point to. So I know in my conversations with Anna, it's something that we are able to do with social crowd reach. Right now it's in that alpha stage, but it's something that we would be able to do with that. Something else I know that's also being worked on is the national voter data file. But as we are out canvassing and collecting information by people, we definitely are looking for ways that we can collect the data, collate it, store it, and be able to utilize it going forward for additional campaigns. Map, being able to integrate, being able to know what's happening in different areas is helpful. And then the other aspect that I'm sure we'll hear a little bit more about today is innovative ways to fundraise is going to be crucial, because part of our efforts to support these local candidates is definitely being able to have the funds, to be able to raise the funds. So like I mentioned, I know that a number of these things are being worked on by some of our fellow prog coders, but I did want to list them in terms of the things that we're excited to be able to use. And if there are other ideas about things that we could be doing to help support local grassroots candidates, we're very open. So you can definitely reach me at Vigie at progcode.co, and happy to discuss it with anyone. Thank you. I'm going to be passing this along to Kyle in Washington, D.C.